Yo, man, I got a clip I want to show you. You're not going to believe it. And if I even told you about it, you won't believe it, but you got to check it out for yourself.
DA in Georgia is a black woman. The Manhattan DA is a black man. The federal judge in Washington, D.C. is a black woman. Power matters. And it is only attained when people vote. Because a system that is structured against you can only be transformed from within, not without. We can march all we want, but if we aren't marching to the polls, it don't make a difference. We can have all the speeches we want, but if we don't speak through a ballot, it don't make a difference. And so we have to ensure justice for all through our voting. And this will be one of the most consequential elections in our lifetimes. I think this is a more important election than the election of Barack Obama. Because if Donald Trump is allowed to become the president of the United States again, this is not whether you are a Democrat or a Republican. But if you don't recognize this man has no moral or ethical grounding, and that the people around him have no moral or ethical grounding, this is about the very existence of democracy. And as always, black people will save democracy in America. So I am going to start urging you to vote. And as we honor our dear Lieutenant Governor who has gone to glory, the way to honor her is to honor the vote that got her there.
Now, let's talk about Pastor Dante Quick from New Jersey. You know, he at First Baptist Lincoln Gardens Church or whatever. And he's pastor of paper plate, that's what I call him. He's out here telling his people, vote blue no matter who. Now, he's a black pastor. I think he's a pastor of theology, far as systemic theology. That don't make no sense to me. And then he's mad about Trump. He's saying that, hey, you know what? A black DA from Georgia, a black DA from New York, and also the black judge from D.C. got to take Trump down. Now, just keep this in mind. If this was a white pastor telling his white congregation this, do you think that would fly? I'm going to tell you something. That will be out here flipping up tables, burning down stuff because this white pastor said something racist. Now, the thing is, y'all always talking about racism from the whites. But guess what? There's some racism coming from the blacks as well. Now, Pastor Mr. Paper Play, he's telling his people, get on the phone, Zoom call, talking about voting. He's not even telling his people, look, make sure you get a business. Make sure you have don't have a GoFundMe to bury you. Have some life insurance. This dude ain't talking about none of that. He's talking about taking down Trump. Why y'all so scared of Mr. Orange Man? Hey, guess what? I thought the Orange Man was, the new black. That's what they told me. Orange is the new black. But nah, these are paper plate pastors that's out here doing what Margaret Sanger told them to do, convince your congregation to go out here and abort your babies, and they still doing the same thing. This guy right here, and he's talking about Trump is immoral and basically just trying to make Trump look bad. Let's talk about Obama for a minute. Obama, I'll tell you this, Trump ain't got no allegations out here that, he was, smoking the stem, getting, from a white man. He ain't talking about that. Neither is it saying that Trump is married to a dude. Michael. So I'm just saying, let's just keep it a buck. You always talk about racism, but man, I'm telling you, I know as a brother, if I'd have heard a white man say this, I've been pissed off. But see, all these people coming out here for the name of God, they're not worried about being a prophet. They're worried about profits. Because this dude got 25,000 from the Roman Catholic Church. Remember, the white people. So you can take money from white people, but yet and still when a white man that was in the White House tried to help black people get up on their feet, and we all know our pockets were fatter. You know what I'm saying? In 2020, you got your PPP loans, you got your little stimulus and all that. Everybody was happy because the economy was good. But he could take money from the Roman Catholics that really has no care about nobody, but a white man that was in the White House called Donald Trump that was trying to get us paper in our pocket. He's a problem. We got to keep him out. And only black people, like you got old Fannie Willis and that ugly old judge up there in D.C. What's she gonna do? I'm gonna tell you something. I think if you give the guy up there, Alvin Bragg, a hamburger, honestly, I think that he'll take it. Look at him, look how big he is. And then talking about systemic racism. Let me tell you something, because he a theologist of this, a pastor, right? Roland Martin, Roly Poly, how he make it? How LeBron make it? How Obama make it? If everything's so systemic. So I'm telling you this, don't let the church fool you. Get into the Bible for yourself and study for yourself and do your own research. And stop listening to Mr. Pastor Paper Play Dante Quick. That's all I got to tell you. I'm out. Peace.